I'm noticing there's not a lot of parties. Did I disassemble parties? Parties are enabled. Why are people not partying? Guys, you gotta get your party on. Get your party on. Hello everyone and welcome back to that one playthrough of MMORPG Tycoon 2. I am Kyle once again, and you join me in the province that is now being called Moonhaven. Yes, our little farming region, I've officially come to the conclusion, is going to be Moonhaven. Don't ask me why, it just is. That's what we're going with, that's what we're sticking with, and no further discussion. Treating you guys like you're a bad child the way I'm talking at you. Yes, and as this section of territory seems to be more or less complete, mostly on side of scenery, we'll probably add some tidbits here and there as time goes on. Obviously, we've got some transitional spaces we'll have to work on when the time arises, but until then, I think now is the most appropriate time to jump right into some quest building. Yes, as you can tell here, we've got, obviously a lot of people are level 2. We're hoping to make that transition easier to level 3, to level 4. There's only 11 people at level 4. There's nobody level 5, but for some reason, this son of a biscuit right here, somebody is level 6, and I have no clue who it is. In theory, they would be in this territory, and while that would be cool, if I could find the random person that's potentially around here doing the questing and whatnot, I have no idea where they are. So first and foremost, what we can do is figure out, okay, when people come through here, they're gonna do one of two things. Now, I've got this quest giver here. In theory, I would hope that people coming through here would get linked to a quest right away. People who are coming off of the balloon lands right here. They're gonna make their way down the building right to this person, in theory. Now, this is just a little druid. The esteemed Feistum? Yes, this person has several quests that involve apparently just fighting wolves. That's not helpful. 3,428 experience points. What is required for this level? This would be level 6 and 7, I believe. Is that what this is? Hold on. Yes, 6 and 7. So if we're gonna expect people to gain 2 levels in here, oof. This could be hard to figure out. Okay, if it's level 6, you need 120,000. Holy buckets McGee. Okay, as it currently stands, with that experience required for each level, or for that level just to go from 6 to 7, 120,000. Right now it's giving away 3,428 per quest. It's going to take 35 quests or thereabout to get to level 7, and then to get from level 7 to level 8 you need another 162,400, and with each one of those giving away approximately 4,060 experience, that's another 40 quests, meaning that we would need 75 quests in this region for it to be applicable to gain both levels. We're going to abbreviate that just a bit. And the reasoning for this is because I've set it up so that it takes 100 quests to get from level 19 to level 20 based on our current XP leveling system. Now obviously they'll gain more experience by you know, doing the killing of the bad guys. I don't know why I'm still on this. Let's switch to like scenery or terrain so things look cleaner. Obviously killing bad guys will gain experience as well. I don't know, does it tell you how much experience each one of these is worth? It does not. If I click on the region, does it? It is not. I don't know how much experience each one of these does. Actually, I could figure it out from here. Oh, monster XP at 6 is 250, at 7 is 290. So one quest is still worth like 10, more than 10 monsters to get one quest's worth. Interesting. Alright, well let's keep all this in mind. We'll probably buff up some of the quests in terms of the reward experience. It only makes sense because otherwise they're going to be here forever. Okay, so the first thing this druid needs to do is kind of introduce you to the region, but they're going to kind of lead you toward some druidy type quests. The first one we will make here just an easy fetch quest. We're not going to have it to be to kill anything. It's going to go literally talk to this person, because that's going to be like the tavern owner, and that'll at least direct people over here toward the tavern and the inn to make sure that they're taking up some inn space potentially there and relieving it elsewhere. And then we get to do the fun part here. making sure we change everything. You're not going to pay somebody to just give them advice on where they can stay in an inn. And then yeah, wait, let's just leave the experience there, because we're gonna need the experience in this zone, that's for sure. There, and we're gonna call this settle in, and I spelled in like an inn because I'm clever like that. All right, and again, this is gonna be like all directional type quests, I think. So the other thing this person should do is they're gonna play favorites, and they want you to go. Where did I put the house over here? Oh, here it is. This house. Did I put a? Yes, I did. Sweet. Okay. We're going to direct you to this druid, so that way there's a quest to go there. And then real quick, what is your name? Agent Imond. You are not going to be Agent Imond. Going to have some weird druidy name like Fidale. And Fidale is the owner of that farm establishment. So let's make sure, go back to this quest. And yes, they have to go to Fidale to talk to them. Edit this. Not going to give them money. We'll leave the experience. Oops, I didn't want to unselect that. Please make sure you still go to Mr. Fidale. We're just going to call this proposal because they're going to offer you a job to help out the druid's farm. They're playing favorites. And then the other thing they want you to do, let's see. This is find the town council. No. Why don't we send them to this druid? And this is Captain Udop. You are not Captain Udop. You are not a captain of anything. Your name is Hinrun, because that's a word I just made up. Okay, regab the quest giver, and then no, wrong place, right over here. Yeah, make sure that's still attached to there. Good. Again, no money for this. We're just gonna call this to the fields because I don't have a better name for it at the moment, and Hinrun is located on a field right now. Okay. And then this person has 2 more quests. I would like to have one of them go over here, because these druids that are doing the farming, they don't really agree with this druid that's doing the whole, you know, satanic ritual type shenanigans over here. So they're going to want you to kind of explore, and I think the best way to have you explore over here would be to just kind of go to the bandit area, and let's say kill like 6 bandits. So yeah, we'll give some bonus experience for this. We'll take that up to 4,000. That helps out the region a bit. And then we'll say, you know, at this point, we're going to start packing on some gold. So 100 gold for that as well. And brutalized bandits is fine. And then we got one more quest. Let's see. They're already directing you towards 2 other quest lines. There's a chance you go over there and you find the 3rd in the druid that's over there, the bad druid. If you're walking along the path here, you will notice this person, which will direct you to some other quests as well, I believe. So there's going to be at least 2 quest givers that direct you to some more stuff. I would say maybe this last one, we just kind of have you, them come over here and say like, hey, can you go and check out this area? Go talk to, like, I don't know, just a random guard over here, not necessarily the quest giver. And he wants you to do some investigating. We'll call this Watching Watchmen, because these guys are the watchy men, and he'll pay you for this. He'll give you another 50 gold for that. Not too much experience on that one. So this guy has, let's see, 17,000 experience already of the 120,000 that we need. So realistically, I guess, you know, it won't take too many quest lines to level up here, as long as I'm being a little generous with the experience. Okay, so that person's already done. Fantastic. Really just a lot of, you know, traveling quests. There's a lot of back and forth that's going to have to happen, but the benefit of those is that as you travel around, you'll pick up other quest lines, like this one, for example, if you walk by on the road and you see the broken cart. So let's do the broken cart next, because as I've said before, what would any RPG be without a broken cart quest? And you're not going to be Rigbear the Enlightened. This is just going to be Hank. This is Hank. He's a local quest giver. Gotta love Hank. Okay, but the first thing he needs is, he needs you to go tell his boss that the shipment's being delayed. So this is his boss over here. No, this is the boss. This is just the logistics guy that'll give you some quests. That's his boss. He wants you to go tell his boss that the cart's broken. And his boss is gonna be like, oh, we're so busy, we can't do that right now. He's not gonna pay you. We'll keep the base amount of experience. We'll just call this inform management. Does management have an E in it, or is it no E? Is it like that? No, that doesn't look right. That looks better, but it still looks wrong in my head. Somebody's gonna yell at me in the comments, so what does it matter? All right, so we've informed management, and then the other thing we should do is he needs help with a couple things just to make sure things go well. He needs you to help repair the cart. So to repair the cart, we might need some like lumber or repair piece. Maybe he just sends you back into town here. Maybe, oh, I know, he'll send you to the shopkeeper. So go to the shop. There you go. Go to the shop. And that's a good place to be like, hey, I need a new axle for this cart. That's perfect. And he's going to give you 10 gold because he needs you to buy an axle. Crap, I don't know how to spell axle. Is that how you spell axle? I think that's how you spell axle. I need spell check in this game. I'm lost without it. I'm a stupid millennial. Okay, and then he's going to need you to get some food, maybe for his topazosaur. So he's going to be like, hey, I know that there's a place right here next to the other farm. They, over here, have some corn. I need you to buy some corn so I can help me feed my topazosaur while we're waiting, because we've been here a while. Food for Carl. And before I forget, we're going to name this topazosaur Carl. Carl the topazosaur. Perfect. Food for Carl. So he's going to give you some money there as well. And then there should be just an easy one here. We'll have you stay and just do like a talk to him type situation so that you can help him fix the cart. And this will just be like an easy 1,000. Like a so. And it's not going to be search for the king. What are you doing? Just call that repairs. And then the last quest, he can send you on the way. He's going to have you report to, well, really, this should be wherever he's delivering to, which I'm assuming is going to be in Valkyrin. And right now I don't have a set location. Let's say he's going to send it over. Oh, wait, I know. He's going to send it over to this. That way you can tell, because yeah, maybe he's got to feed all the fast travel animals. That's the goal, which makes it easy because then the player can actually just get on the fast travel thing right in here and go there to deliver the message. That's all you got to do. So that's actually pretty simple. How much does this cost currently? 50 gold. That's not too bad at all, but we should have him pay for that. Actually, better yet, we'll make it like kind of cheeky in the sense that, like, yes, it's very simply gonna pay 51, so you can pay for that if you want to, or you can walk in and take a higher profit. And this says 400 because I'm sending you to an area with level 1, I'm assuming. That's interesting. It becomes a lower level quest. You send it to a region that has lower levels. Fascinating. Okay, anyways, we're gonna go 4,000 because we'll finish it off with a good amount of experience. Oh, this person is doing the quest line. Look at this. We've got a player taking the bait. It's not really bait, I guess. Wait, that tells... What level are you? Oh, you're level 3. Yeah, good luck with that. Although you don't have to fight anything, so it'd actually be a ton of easy experience now that I think about it. Okay, so this guy gives you another 15,000 plus the 17,000 we just did. Look at that. We're already above 30k. We are 25% of the way there for this region. Might be an easy region to level up in. Granted, that's only to go from 6 to 7, and we still have to go from 7 to 8 in here too. Oh gosh. Okay, let's report over to our farm here that has the wolf situation going on. You are where people are potentially going to come to after they help with the whole repairing the wagony thing. So you've got an easy one here. Let's have you talk to one of the farm hands here. What's going on over here? Are we dealing with the wolves fast enough? And he's gonna be like, oh my gosh, the wolves, we can't beat the wolves. We are but lowly peasants, will you help us? Situation on the field. And then he's gonna be like, all right, well, apparently there's a bunch of issues. Can you just go take out some wolves so it's a lot easier for us to make sure we can get all of this hay baled up? Or grains or whatever it is that we're sending along its way. We'll just call this protect the farm hands. And I'm gonna make this pretty hefty. 6,000. He's gonna pay you another, oh, not 1,000, 100 gold. And max it out. Let's say 16 wolves. Maybe that's too high. Let's say 10 wolves. That's like almost a full quest in of itself, plus 6,000. Like, this is some beefy stuff right here. Why did that not save? Why did you not save? What are you doing? Okay. Oh, it's because I kept clicking on default rewards. Kyle, you're an idiot. Okay, so you're going to help with the wolves, so you can help with the collection of said hay bales. Then you're going to help load some hay bales. Oh, I can't click on that because it's not an actual building, can I? Well, balls. Just maybe go here for the time being. He's going to say load a wagon, so help with that. He's going to pay you a lot. We'll make this a good, like, money lucrative type thing. Experience-wise, it's pretty good too. Then the next one, we're gonna come up to these guys, and you're going to load some grain. Grinding grain. Again, let's add some money to this. Good. And then I believe we should have one more. He's gonna have you, there's the watchtower up here. He's gotta pay. Oh, look, he's already sending you over here. Fascinating. Yeah, why don't we go to that little shop? That's fine. But essentially they have to pay a small tax for protection along the roads here that the Empire helps manage. Say road tax, and that'll bring somebody else over here. So in case, depending on what order they get all these quests kind of delivered in, and we'll just make this 60 because that includes paying you as well as the payment for the tax for the roads. Perfect. There's another 19,700 experience. So we are doing quite well. We're roughly, or probably just about 50,000 experience thus far, which is good. Okay, so far it's all just kind of helping each of the farm provinces a little bit here. Let's do this one next because our druid kind of directs you this way, and there might be more going on in this spot than some of the other ones because very simply they're going to be in a state of panic and ask you to just go help kill some harvesters that have gone awry. It says waste the kobolds. Harvester zone. Why would you call the quest waste the kobolds if it's a harvester zone? Okay, I have no idea. We're gonna call this run amok. I think that's how you say amok, maybe. I don't know. I don't remember how tough these things are. So, I mean, we'll say 8's probably pretty good, but let's give the person another good chunk of experience. We'll say this is 6,000, just like the wolves was. They're not gonna pay you as much because they've essentially lost a lot of their investment value by purchasing these wonderful harvesting devices that have now set them under because they're not working anymore. So you're gonna do that, and then we'll say like maybe the player collects parts from them, and then what we need actually is I want another NPC, I want another quest giver, because I'm gonna have a couple of quests over here. I want a quest giver who is one of our gnome alchemist typey dudes, because he's the sales guy who sold him all these things. I'm just gonna say go talk to him, and then we're gonna move him so he's not as close, because he's trying to like maybe figure out what's wrong with them. So yeah, you're gonna go get the parts from them by fighting them, and then we'll have you go to this guy to talk to him. We'll make this one small because it's really close by, no gold, like so. We got 3 more to do there. I'm going to delete this person that we made over here. Don't worry, we will undelete them shortly, because I'm going to make the Angari Ranger here a quest giver. Now, they're not technically an Angari Ranger. This is a small child who dresses up like an adventurer because they see adventurers going by all the time, and they just want to be like them and dress up. We're going to call her Arabelle, and we're going to say, okay, this person has not seen their daughter. Can you please go check on my daughter for me real quick? Go check on her, and that'll link up that quest line, which is good. Yeah, nice, easy, just small 1,000. They'll pay you a little bit of gold because you're going to run an errand for them. All right, then we got 2 more. I think it would be good to kind of have maybe some like missing other equipment. So the best way to do that in this game, because you can't really set little like waypoints for quests, is you kind of have to just put people down. So I'm going to use the farm hands. I'll put 1 here and I'll put 1 here, and they're going to kind of fight while they're out there, which is fine. And we get, well, it doesn't have to be equipment, I guess. It could just be actual people. Like maybe they want you to go check on the workers that are out here. Where did they go? Yeah, go ahead and check on that one. Not search for the king. That's Acelric is their name, so that's good. Yeah, just go to Squire Acelric. It's not a squire, but we'll say find the missing hands, meaning the missing farm hands. So yeah, we'll do that. I think that's worth it in of itself. We'll do the same thing on this one. Find missing hand 2. I know, super creative names, right? Where'd they go? There they are. All right, so then you go and you just help find some of the missing farm hands that have been kind of trapped on the other side of all these run amok harvesters. How much experience did you have now? You have 14,000, almost 15,000. That's pretty good. All right, now you, my good sir, who has sold us some faulty equipment. I feel like having them fight twice is kind of redundant. So he should have you kind of like, he should have you look for like warranty papers, because he's not going to want to go like repair all these for free. So he wants to make sure that like what the person did like didn't void the warranty. So he wants you to like snoop around their house. There you go. He's going to ask you to snoop around the house. We're going to call this voided warranty. He's going to see if he can find any information that would make it so that he doesn't have to do this for free and the person is out of luck. I'll make this a lot because you're asking somebody to break into the house, and he's going to save a lot of money, so he's going to pay you a lot to do this. But we could say, like, in the context of, you know, if this was an actual game, you could have a little stealth mission to break into the house. All right, and then he's going to realize, okay, nope, these were faulty pieces of equipment. We're going to have to actually do a repair on the fly. So let's have you come. We haven't really fleshed out this camp here, but let's have him go kind of over here, and this will sort of link this quest potentially. This is going to be called Sprockets and Gizmos. He wants you to find like little pieces of equipment that can potentially help him make repairs to the faulty harvesters. And I think again we'll add a good decent amount of cash to this. Keep it the base experience on that one. All right, and then he's going to have you try and go test out the repairs. So maybe we'll make this to kill a couple more, but like 3, so it's not too many. And then that way you're like, you know, you're testing out the new devices to see if you can put them together on top of the creatures that are out here, the harvesters that are faulty. Not 1,000 gold, 100, thank you. Perfect. Okay, and then once we discover that that works, then he's going to be like, okay, we need to try it on the big guy. So good luck with that. Interview Findelbaz. Interview him. I don't think we're gonna interview him at all. We need to change this one too. This is not destroy kobolds. I'm gonna call this tech support, and then when we interview this guy, yeah, interview. It's not rocket science, even though this is the closest thing maybe in this universe to rocket science. I'm gonna make this big. Let's do 8 grand on experience, and then 250 on gold, because this is, oh, that's 1,200. This is potentially a boss that they might have to team up in a party to beat, so let's make it worthwhile and fun. And then he's probably gonna have to take a huge loss in profits, so he's gonna have you report to like his boss or somebody. So I don't know where his boss is gonna be yet, so maybe I leave this blank. Let's not have a 5th quest here yet, but when we kind of create a gnome based region, a homeland possibly for our gnomes, then we could do that. Now let's talk about our little girl Arabelle. Arabelle, like most little wandering children who want to be adventurers someday, they want an autograph. Let's get an autograph. She likes to get autographs of all the adventurers that come by. She's not going to give you any experience, or sorry, any gold, and we'll say a very small amount of experience. Then she's going to ask if you can send her, or not send her, but like give her some like souvenir, I guess. She's never been into the mysterious forest. She's always told not to go into the forest, so we'll have you go in and take out a couple of bandits maybe. Is the easiest thing to do here. Again, she's not going to pay you for this. We'll make it small experience. There's going to be a big payout in the end for the player who decides to do this. That quest should be, just call it Mysteries of the Forest, because she doesn't know what's in there. She's told she's not allowed to go. Then you're going to be like, oh yes, there's dangerous bandits in there, don't go. And she's like, oh, that's crazy. And then she's going to be like, I want to know what's beyond over here on this side. So she's going to ask you to go talk to this person. We'll just call this Beyond the Road. Again, small amount of experience, no gold. Then she's going to ask if you can help her and go with her. She wants to fight a wolf by herself. She just wants to fight one wolf, and you're gonna, this is like, think of this as a quest where we can have the players do something that is choice divisive. So if they say yes, you can bring a small child with you, and then the rest of the village will frown upon you because you took a small child to go fight a wolf. Or you could say, no, how about this? I will go fight the wolf for you. I will bring back a wolf's tooth because that's what she wants as a souvenir, and I'll bring it back to you. So you can bring back the wolf's tooth for her. Now, she's either going to be excited that she got to go with you, or a little bummed that you just brought her the souvenir. But then she's going to say, I want you to take me with you. I want to learn how to be an adventurer just like you. And like a good, smart adventurer that you are, not encouraging children to go to their deaths and demise, you're going to say no. And as a reward, if you say no, when she says, can I join you? And you say no, the world will reward you with another 8,000 experience and no gold. Now, the downside to this is this little girl will now grow up with a little bit of spite in her heart for when she didn't get to go on an adventure with the grand adventurers that traveled by her small home and farm when she was a child. That spite continues to fester, grow into bitterness, and eventually that bitterness into anger, frustration, and eventually she becomes of age. She grabs her own bow, her own set of arrows. She learns to fight the wolves on her own. She ventures into the forest one day, finds the bandits, and instead of being scared of them, massacres them, destroys them, leaves a trail of nothing but corpses and blood. As a result, she becomes a legend of the forest, a story that those in coming years would fear. She becomes the leader. She becomes vengeful. And down the road, in a future not so far away, our adventurers who once traveled here and told her they would never make it an obligation to take her with them might find a day where she returns and seeks revenge. But anyways, that's just all kind of stories and hoopla at this point. All right, so we got a good amount of experience. I don't know what I'm at here for a total. I should probably calculate that real quick. Okay, so I just counted it up, and that is 89,142 for all of the quests we just made. Now, the good thing about that is we've stayed mostly on the north side of the province, which means if we kind of stay this location for the remainder of maybe the level 6 oriented stuff, which I think should be doable because I got this quest giver here, and I've still got the evil druid in the forest here. We only need about 30,000 more. So if each one of these is just barely over 15,000 apiece, we should be fine. Then we can focus on the quests on the other half. The southern half of the region can kind of be more directed into the level 7 oriented quests. So I'm not really sure what to do with this guy quite yet. Let's think about him now. Our druid in here, the idea that somebody is going to find them might be a little tough. So I think somebody's going to have to direct people over to this, because while people might come over to fight the bandits, I don't know if they're going to see this quest giver. Now I could make one of these go in there more specifically, but maybe that's a good thing to do with this person here. So let's take this guy, Deathlock the Strong. Awesome name, Deathlock. Let's make his first quest actually go in here and investigate some evil doings. So go and investigate the druid quest giver there. We'll call this Dark Woods just because there's some shady stuff and I, once again, don't have a better name. We'll make that a basic level as far as experience and gold. Actually, we can add more gold to that. At this point in the game, probably make it a consistency to offer a bit more. Okay, so he's gonna have you go over there. You're gonna discover some shady summonings going on, and then you can choose to do the quest with that person. Actually, I do like this, going over here. Yeah, go over here, and the idea is you're going to warn the village. Say, warn the locals, so that way you come over here. If you haven't discovered these quests for some reason, you'll discover these, which is good. And again, nice base amount of experience. They're going to maybe have you deal with the wolves too, because the wolves are encroaching on their little camp here. So you can be like, hey, there's an issue over here with this farm anyways. We can have them take out a couple of wolves. They're going to gain experience for fighting the wolves. And I think I'd like maybe a bigger wolf or something. Or maybe the source of the wolves. That's a good idea. Source of the wolves. This brings up a good idea, because I wanted to create something up in this corner. And maybe like a little... Yeah, like a little... What am I thinking of? Well, like a little cave with an elite wolf. Yeah, so we'll make a level 6 wolfy guy right here. We'll make this like the, I don't know, the mother wolf or something. We'll kind of need to do some stuff with scenery to kind of make the rock work here. Yeah, so we'll go like this. very easily go like that. Let's kind of keep that consistent. So line to surface, simple move it, and then we're gonna go just slightly bigger with each rung here. Okay, and just like that, you've got simple cave system built with a wolf inside now. Fantastic. You can go kill the wolf there. Okay, back to what I was doing. You, Mr. Quest Giver. Okay, that was Bash the Wolves, one of the locals. Go to the Chancellor. What the heck? I need to change that guy's name. We're going to call this one Throne to the Wolves. And you will go and you will fight this magnificent beast, this level 6 elite wolf. Give them a good chunk again, just like the other elites, because they will probably need a party to do so. Gotta remember to change the name again after I clicked on the wolf because it changed it for me. Okay, this guy, and then his last quest we're gonna not do yet because he's gonna direct you probably into this next province would be one of the things he could potentially do. So we'll leave that as it currently stands. Now he adds 18,284, which is perfect because we needed him to do at least 15,000. We'll then come over to our druid here. Now to get this druid to go another 15,000 should be pretty easy. They're gonna have you collect some supplies from random spots. So they're gonna need, let's say, yeah, we're gonna have you fight some more wolves. The wolves have a taste for blood, so they want you to go and get some wolf's blood. So the wolf's blood and what else? Let's see. They have another quest to brutalize wolves. Don't want that. We want you, or they want you, to go and kill some poor innocent topazosaurs. So this is level 6 topazosaurs on this side. These are level 7s, and then this is a level 7 elite down here that I had thrown in. So there's multiple stages here to the topazosaur fighting you can do. We'll say the level 6 topazosaurs, because their shells, believe it or not, actually have real topaz in them. He wants you to kind of pulverize it into dust and give him shell dust. The topazosaurs are pretty tough. I'm gonna say 4, and then yeah, we'll say this person's gonna pay you pretty well for these two because you're probably doing some pretty shady business. So we'll say 100 gold each on those. Then they're going to want some more supplies, and this is where I think it might be good to venture into some other spots. So I'm going to say some skeletons over here because we don't have any skeletons elsewhere, at least not in that region, so that's not too far away. Go up into Karak, grab some skeleton bones, I guess. Bones for the pile. The quest is, let's see, that's pretty low experience, but that's okay, because they are level 5 skeletons, I guess. So in that case, by this point, kill a bunch of them. That will at least get a decent experience pop out of that. Then they're going to want you to do some shady business. This is where they're going to have you go into the local tavern, and you need to help them get the blood of a sleeping man, because they're doing shady stuff again. This one, again, a little like stealthy mission type thing. Fun to do. You're doing some evil stuff. Okay, so that puts them at 18,000. This is good. I want this to be a lot of experience, but you're doing something very bad. So you need to make the choice on whether or not you believe you should do the bad things for the experience, or if you should do the right thing. And then the last one, they're going to have you kill some bandits here too. I know we've already killed these bandits a few times, but we need a willing sacrifice. All right, and with that being said, yeah, this is considering these quest lines to be designed for level 5 players because it says the amount of experience to level 6, and that's because I think we're going to that skeleton region, but we'll just ignore that because this is now 18,000, which is good. Or does it need to repopulate again? Nope, 18,000, that's right. Okay, so 18,000 plus what the guard was over there means for level 6 to level 7 we should be good. There's 120,000 experience available. They can also farm up by just killing, you know, bandits or wolves or harvesters. They can come down here and kill topazosaurs if they feel like. So ultimately level 6 to 7 done. We just need to next work on the level 7 to 8 stuff, and that should be in the southern half of this region. Now with that being said, it means that whoever our player is that is level 6, and again, no idea who that person is, Go into design, that's what I need. No, not design. You go into overview, that's what I need. Yeah, whoever this level 6 person is, at least now they can do level 6 people things. It's still a little odd. There is one thing I would like to do to speed the process up further. Now, I know I've made changes to a lot of these things in the past. We kind of keep making the adjustments over time. One thing I'd like to do is change the XP base for monsters. We're gonna buff them slightly, so that way there's a little bit more experience that comes from killing monsters. Because quests, I have a tendency now to kind of really buff them anyways in terms of how much experience they get relative to what kind of would be needed for the region. The other thing I'm kind of thinking, just to make it easier moving forward, since I do buff so many of the quest lines, instead of 100 quests to get from 19 to 20, so that it bases that off the average, because that's how, well, not an average, but it's basically saying how much experience is going to be needed to get from one level to the next. If I change this to 90, because I did just buff the monsters, we need to bring this down as well. And what I'll do is I'll base it off of this level 6 one. So we said 120,000, so it needs to come down a bit lower still. It's not really changing that. Maybe, oh, I need to bring this down. I get it now. Yeah, okay, that's 130,000. Let's keep these then where they were. That's just the experience per quest. But if we base it off of extra kills per level, let's make this 65. That changes it to, yeah, 120,000. So it's about where it was. Okay, so if somebody really just wanted to kill monsters, they could just go kill monsters and they could level up decently quick. That's what they want to do. That's what they want to do. I don't care. Now, hopefully that helps a little bit with the shift moving forward. Overall, most of our players are level 2 though, meaning they're going to be either in Brightwood or in Eastwash. So we'll keep an eye on where those numbers take us next. I don't want to fiddle with Zephyr and Karak, because those have some very specialized quests in terms of the like the monsters and stuff that are kind of placed around. I mean, not too much. We could always modify it if we need to. But I'd like to see where it comes out to in the coming few days of in-game time. You see lots of people fighting in Zephyr now. Look at this. This ranger is fighting a worm. They're gonna win. That is the question. Will they win? Oh, their health is really low. Oh, and they're dead. How did the worm do? No, I want the worm itself. The worm was close. To keep that in mind. Maybe that person was under-leveled. We don't know. Oh, is this guy? Oh, you're fighting 3 worms. Yeah, you dead, son. I'm sorry. I'm noticing there's not a lot of parties. Did I disassemble parties? Parties are enabled. Why are people not partying? Guys, you gotta get your party on. Get your party on. Otherwise, what they should be doing is what these smart individuals are doing, which is fly inside of a ship so that you don't have to fight the worms. Wait, does that mean there's people over here now? Is my town gonna fill up finally? Nope, it's still pretty boring in here. Well, that's unfortunate. Okay, well, I would say that is probably enough for now, and until then, we'll make sure that we keep an eye on those level 6 player, or the level 6 player, and if we get some faster leveling up in level 1s, 2s, and 3s, you guys. We've got a wonderful establishment of our level 6 quest lines here in our lovely Moonhaven region that we've called it now. But until then, I'm Kyle. This has been that one playthrough of MMORPG Tycoon 2, and I will see you in the next episode. I hope you have a wonderful day.